Hello everyone and welcome back to Resident Evil 5. So we're continuing where we left off in the last video. We are nearing the end of the Lost in the Nightmares DLC. We pretty much just have one thing left to go. What I really like about this Lost in the Nightmares mode is that it's a throwback to the first game because the entryway and the hallways and everything look exactly like Resident Evil 1. And it's like, ooh, nostalgia. Feel that like ambience of creepiness, because you see all this blood and all these dead bodies. There's no zombies. And then you get the window scare in the hallway after you save Jill. And because it's like a crow crashing through the window when originally it was like a dog crashing through. So I just really like those aspects of this. And then when you go into the basement area, it's like a reminder of Resident Evil 4 because it's castle-like dungeon area and it's just really cool. Something that I also really like that has been talked about a lot is that when you're playing through this, you can hear footsteps. You may hear like a gunshot that's kind of like mixed in with like the lightning and thunder because there are still guards trying to protect Spencer from Wesker. And then you'll also hear like somebody playing a piano, which is why I went back to the piano room in that first video. And the reason being is because I was like, somebody is playing the piano. So when you go back there, there's of course nobody there, but the song that was being played on that piano was not the song that we use to open like the entryway so that we can get the crest.
Watch out! Watch out! I owe you.
So the point of this battle is to survive. Like, Jill can take care of herself, but if you have a partner, you guys gotta kind of coordinate on like healing each other and making sure that you have enough ammo and they have enough ammo. And, Wesker is an equal opportunity employer of hands. He will nut punch me and then like back kick Jill in the face and just knock her away. And for the most part, I'm like, ooh, Jill, you got it, you got it. But then I was like, oh, no, he's coming towards me. This is terrible. So, yeah, but this is just a taste of the 7 minutes is all I can spare moment when you get further into Resident Evil 5. But unlike that moment where you're like packed to the gills with like weapons and equipment and like healing items, we just have whatever we picked up from those guards that we passed by outside. I just have a gun, Jill just has a gun, and we have a couple of healing items, and that's about it. We have to make do with that. So yeah, just try to survive as best as you can. It's fairly easy to do so on normal, but if you were on a higher difficulty, you'd probably get one-shotted.
Let's finish this.
Captain Deshant here. We secured the underground route to the coordinates.
I should have seen it coming. It didn't take long after the fall of the Umbrella Corporation for their bioweapons to end up in the hands of terrorists. A new era of bioterrorism descended upon vulnerable countries, shifting the balance of power throughout the region. People in the destabilized areas soon feared another incident like Raccoon City was inevitable. As panic spread, governments of the world turned to the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, which formed the anti-terrorism unit BSAA. Operatives of the BSAA were sent to infiltrate and neutralize bioterrorist hotspots, restoring safety and stability to various regions around the globe.
Welcome to Africa. My name is Sheva Alama.
Chris Redfield.
Your reputation precedes you, Mr. Redfield. It's an honor.
Just Chris, thanks. So you'll be accompanying me to the destination?
Yes. Tensions are running high ever since the change in government.
I'll bet. Intel says it's a haven for terrorists now.
And I'm not going to be happy to see an American, BSAA or not. That's why I'm your partner. Help put them at ease.
Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine. Partner.
You okay?
Yeah, sorry. It's nothing. Let's go. Casualties continue to mount over the long years I've struggled. More and more, I find myself wondering if it's all worth fighting for. Maybe one day, I'll find out.
Hey, hey, huyo wingenti anafanya nini hapa?
You don't have to get touchy. Let's go.
There is one thing I do know. I have a job to do, and I'm gonna see it through.
This is Kirk. Chris, Sheva, can you read me?
Chris here. Coming in loud and clear, Kirk.
Yes, we read you.
There's a black market weapons deal going down in Kijuju. That's where Irving will be.
What I like about this opening sequence is that it shows the difference between where Chris starts and where we end up. Because the area that we drive through in the beginning is a lively market. People are going to work, they're going to school, they're picking up groceries, they're just going about their day as normal. But then once we pass through these gates into what is essentially a quarantine zone, it's not exactly empty, but the activities of the people here are different. Like, these guys are beating this bag, and before they turn around to look at you, you can see that this bag shudders and jerks and just dies or expires on the floor. And this is a marketplace, but it's empty. There's nobody selling anything. People are just sitting. So it's obviously showing us something is wrong. Something's going on that is not quite right.
Chris Redfield. Go around to the side door.
Chris, this way.
Good, you're both here. Come. You too. This way. But maybe because of the new government, the people around here are a little on edge. You should do what you came here to do and go home.
Yeah, they really roll out the red carpet for us Americans.
I have your weapons for you here. Check them. Grab your weapons. The operation's already started.
Destination coordinates?
Town square's up ahead. Go through there. Alpha team's waiting at the deal location.
Good.
What do you know about Ouroboros?
Mostly just rumors. Something about visions of a doomsday project.
Doomsday sounds about right, and apparently it is no rumor.
You're kidding, right?
You must find a man named Irving. He is our only lead. And be careful out there.
I remember when this game first came out, just like the controversies around its development all the way up to its release, because a lot of people had issues with the way that Capcom was depicting Africa and the people that live there. And Capcom, to their credit, did kind of take a step back and were just like, we apologized, but it's not our intention. So, you know, now the game looks a lot different than the first look that they had back in 2006, which was like a very long time ago. But there definitely was like a lot of changes that they did.
Remember, we're a team. Whatever happens, we stick together.
Don't worry. I may not be as big as you, but I can still hold my own.
Come on!
Roger.
You grab it.
Roger. Did you hear that? It came from that building.
Freeze!
Are you okay? They didn't move like any zombies I've ever seen.
Take this! We should keep moving. They'll find us soon. We need to get out of here. We need to get to that house. We'll have a better chance of finding them from there.
Come in, Kirk. The locals were hostile and we had to use force. We don't have any contingency plans for this situation, do we, Kirk?
Roger on the locals, but your orders still stand.
What does that mean? Was HQ expecting this? Take this!
Come on!
Roger.
You grab it.
Okay.
You don't know what you're talking about! You can all go to hell!
Wait a minute. That's the...
Tipo, what? Now to Suia. Hapo ndani! Wawe wote! Wacha wawe toleo ya damu ya njia zetu! Wawe!
So, you may notice, if you've ever played through Resident Evil 4 or the remake, that Resident Evil 5 also has a siege mode. And that's because around this time, this came out a couple of years after Resident Evil 4. And I want to say, but I don't think it was the case, but they pretty much were made at the same time because the trailer for Resident Evil 5 was shown in like 2003, kind of like a teaser. 2003, 2004. Resident Evil 4 came out in like 2006, and then Resident Evil 5 came out a couple of years like later. So they kind of used the same assets, you know, just like, hey, you're gonna have a village siege, and you're gonna have a village siege. The villagers are gonna try to get to you through like the walls and the windows and the ceiling. You're also gonna have that same thing. So, you know, Capcom is very consistent when it comes to things like that. So just like with other Resident Evil games, you can unlock weapons and costumes and things to help you along the way by doing well within the game. And in this section, the executioner that is following us, you can actually kill him. Like, it doesn't feel like you can, but you can kill him, and he will give you like a really expensive treasure that when you sell it, just like with Resident Evil 4, you can sell the treasure. It will give you a lot of money, and then you can like start buying things within the market. But it's difficult to fight him the first time that you do this because you don't have all of the weapons that would deal a lot of damage. You don't have a lot of like grenades. You don't have a rocket launcher. You don't have like a machine gun. And he's pretty much a bullet sponge. So if you play this game over again after unlocking all of the weapons from the extra menu that you can like basically carry with you, then it's like easy, but you can still kill him with your pistols in this first section. There's a lot of environmental like hazards that you can use, like the exploding barrels. I passed under an electric box that you can like shoot down and it will electrocute them, and then you can run up and you can do melee, or you can run one partner if you're playing with the co-op can melee and the other one like continue to shoot him. So you can defeat him. It's just difficult.
Kirk. We owe you one.
You can thank me later. Chris, Sheva, it's almost time for Alpha Team to go in. Hurry to the deal coordinates.
Roger that.
I'm going on ahead. We'll meet up there. Good luck.
Come on!
Okay,
Come on!
okay.
Come on!
Roger. Thanks, partner.
Take it!
Okay.
We can't get in from here.
Dechant! Do you copy? Dechant! Come on!
Okay.
Come on!
Roger.
Come on!
Okay.
I found a key. Wish I knew what it was for.
Come on!
Okay. Help me! Nice shot! Use this!
Come on!
Roger. Thanks, partner.
You grab it!
Roger.
Hey, what's wrong? Be careful. They may still be here. Are you okay?
So back in the 90s and 2000s, we had themed websites for marketing, and they would be really innovative. Like, they wouldn't just be like, hey, you can buy this game here. It's like, this particular game, the marketing was that you could read reports written by a BSA agent, and the website was basically like a BSA report remote desk. And within that website was another website called Experience Kaijuju, which was a blog post written by another character named Adam who lived in Kaijuju. So you can read all of Adam's blog posts on the Resident Evil wiki. You just type in Experience Kaijuju in the search at the top, and it should pop up as one of the results. But Allison's backstory is that she moved to this area with her boyfriend, and he finds work at the mine. She spends her time exploring the city while he's working and starts to notice that there's a lot more political slogans, insurgency poster, propaganda, and things like that all around the city. Because this area has already experienced a civil war, she's concerned that it's another civil war is about to happen. Eventually she meets Adam and she tells him about how they moved here, and she kind of talks to him like, this place is a little weird, and he's like, yeah, it is, but you know, it's fine. But she's still concerned, so she doesn't really leave the hotel, and her boyfriend will come home from work and, you know, he'll talk to her, and then he'll leave for work the next day. But one day he never came home. And so she can't find any information about where he could have gone. She knows he didn't leave the city or the country because all of his things are still here. So she just really is worried, you know? Adam leaves to go for Christmas and comes back and notices that the city is a lot different than he remembers being, and he notices that the locals are a little bit more violent and that they are staring at him a little bit more, and that the general, you know, vibes are off for him. And so he meets with Allison again, and a riot breaks out at the bar, and she ends up holding up at her hotel. But because the riot has kind of spread throughout this part of the city, she ends up getting chased out, and she stays with Adam for a few weeks until it's safe for them to leave and get out of the area. But of course that never happens because the military come in and end up blocking off the entire area and just naming it a quarantine zone. Allison eventually decides to leave the apartment that she shares with Adam to find her boyfriend, so she tries to make her way to the mine but ends up getting spotted, and that's when she gets captured by the insurgents, or the Mangini. Basically, at this point, they're all Mangini. So she ends up getting captured and then infected with the type 2 plagas, and she transforms into the enemy we just fought. And that's basically like her backstory. And it's really interesting because it's like so detailed that it's crazy, you know, that Capcom went through all of this trouble just to do that for a character you only fight once.
He's dressed like a one-man army. His wounds weren't made by bullets.
Happened in here? Hey, who did this?
Something attacked us. Irving. He got away. It was a setup.
A setup? What is this?
It's data regarding the deal. I downloaded it from their computer. Oh, you gotta get it to HQ.
Oh. Hey. Hey, hang in there.
I saw someone, but they ran away.
Kirk, do you copy? We got the data, but Alpha Team is down. Irving got away.
Roger. Relay the data from the vehicle at the storage facility.
Copy that.
I don't like the looks of this, but we have to keep moving.
You grab it.
Okay.
Take it.
Okay.
We're getting close to the end of the video, so I'm going to go ahead and say my goodbyes now, so thank you so much for joining us. I'm really enjoying the replay of this game because it's bringing back a lot of memories. I remember when it first released in like 2009, I was in college, and my friends got it and were playing it on the Xbox, and we stayed up all night just going through this whole game. And we got fairly far, even though we died a whole bunch. But this is just, it just brings back a lot of memories that I have, and the fondness that I have for this game. Even though a lot of people are like it's too actiony, it's the right amount of action, in my opinion. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you guys in the next video. You have a good day. Bye.